ஹலோ, யாரு? தன்ராஜா? நான் தான் ராமசாமி பேசுறேன்.
Hello, welcome to Vanga Pesalam. இன்னைக்கு என்னோட guest, my brother-in-law, Mr. Somasekhar. Hello, Atta. How are you?
Hello, Sridhar. Nice connecting again. And what, now you're into your 110th episode?
110th la இல்லடா, 104 தான் இப்போ.
104. Okay, you're going fast.
We're not going that fast now, so yeah, slowly. So normally, like we just talk about the Border Gavaskar Trophy, but last week Ashwin retired, so I just want to talk about that. So what are your thoughts on when you first heard about the Ashwin retirement news? What do you think?
I think it came as a total shock, total surprise. In a way, even disappointed. I mean, nobody expected that he is going to call it off. And particularly call it off in the middle of a series.
Yeah, that's a surprise actually.
So I think it came as a big surprise.
Yeah, there is like a lot of speculations and everything. Now, on the WhatsApp, I think he must have felt it, right? Washington is the number one choice now, technically speaking. India is not playing a home test for at least until October. By the time he'll be 39. So, so he must have felt it's the right time. So, எல்லாரும் வந்து இப்ப என்ன கம்ப்ளைண்ட் between the series பேருக்கு வேணாம் அப்படின்னு எல்லாரும் சொல்றாங்க. But I mean, he must have felt like there's no point. நடுவில் அந்த சீரியஸ் நடுவில் விட்டுட்டு போயிருக்க வேண்டாம், இந்த Border Gavaskar Trophy முடிஞ்சு போயிருக்கலாம் எல்லாரும் சொல்றாங்க. But he must have felt maybe எதுக்கு நமக்கு இப்போ போறதுன்னு முடிவாயிடுச்சு. So why do you have to drag it out? Right? There's no point to hang on for another 2 tests where he's not going to be playing. Dressing roomல இருக்கணும். Right? அதெல்லாம் unnecessary distractions, negativity. Maybe he would have felt like that. But பரவாயில்ல, டக்குனு he took a decision. The next day he left, he came to Chennai. முடிஞ்சு போச்சு, அவ்வளோதான், full stop. Matter is done. அது பாராட்டணும், உண்மையிலே அது பாராட்டினது. Right? So that is good. That's good. Yeah. இப்போ நம்ம ஊர் தான் ஆச்சு. There like there's a lot of gossips and lot of stuff going on. But he took a very brave decision என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும்.
I thought, in my profession or in my career, I've been in such a situation.
Yeah.
And I think in a way, I also left something similar kind of thing. So when I look back, I feel it is a bit emotional.
It is. Obviously it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is emotional. Meaning, see, Ashwin's caliber, you can say, is among the top 10 cricketing minds in the world.
I would say top 5. I would say top 5.
Okay.
Top 5.
So, I mean, there's no debate. Okay.
No
As
debate.
a cricketing mind, the way he thinks, his response, his reaction, instinct. I'm not talking bowler, the cricketing instinct in him.
I understand.
He's one of the best cricketing minds in the world. Number 1. Number 2, he is a super, what you call, high performer bowler. I mean, he's got creditable batting, but I think his bowling contribution is worldwide known. I mean, batsmen will not take any chances with Ashwin. He is going to somehow trap you and trick you and get you out. So all the batsmen in the world know that. So what I felt could have happened. When you're that caliber, that you're among the best brains, and he knows he's among the best brains, and he knows he's among the best in test cricket and bowling and everything. When a player of that caliber is not selected to play and be in the benches, it hurts your pride like so much.
But pride,
it hurts your pride so much that affects you.
Yeah, I understand.
Nobody would have said anything in my understanding about him or his contribution or his capability. And also, he didn't have either a fitness issue or he had a skill issue. Neither. Some players, like I remember in the earlier generation, like Prasanna, Venkatraghavan, Vishenji, I mean, they were completely zero fit. Even in their peak, they were zero fit. Whereas Ashwin is very, very fit. And he's very competitive. So I feel somehow he just couldn't take it.
Maybe.
He is not in the playing 11 and he's being made to sit. That is enough. And I think that is where I feel that pride in you doesn't allow you to be quiet.
The pride, but I think நான் என்ன பார்க்குறேன்னா, the Washington is a half spinner. right? So if you're like taking Jadeja instead of Ashwin, Ashwin can make, okay, fine, it's fine. Left armer, left arm spinner, 2 minute right-handers in the lineup. You're taking other, like you can at least make up his mind. But you're taking another off spinner ahead of you. So, so that is even more. So now he knows clearly, like in his back of mind. So இப்போ என்னோட ப்ரொஃபஷனில் என்னோட ஸ்கில் செட்டில் இது இருக்கிற இன்னொருத்தர் லைக் இட்ஸ் my direct competition. So he's been like chosen ahead of me. He's a youngster too, right? He's a really young
I
Washington.
think Washington Sundar's batting is far more superior.
Yeah, far more superior. But I think like, he would have felt like, okay, I think this is the right time for me. Let's not drag it down. Let's just move on. So in a way, neither Parata.
Where I felt, see, I somehow feel that South Indians and maybe even you can say Tamil people, they can't take on the, you know, on the, if you're not respected and if you're not given the due, what you call place, I think they won't take it. They just, it's not in them.
I know.
I think that's my feeling is that. But however, in another perspective, what he did is probably right. He says, you know, I will leave at my terms.
Yeah, exactly. See,
I mean, I am not waiting for BCCI to tell me, Ashwin, shall we discuss about your retirement plans in our poop to pay the badala? Then to Soli, he took the initiative. I think that is there. But somehow I feel if there is one player who could have gone to 600 wickets,
he could have.
that range.
அது என்ன பாராட்டணும்ல? Imagine that he had the skills, he had the fitness to play for another 2 more years to go past Kumble. அதெல்லாம் he didn't care. He just left.
But that is where I feel his emotion took over him.
Over him.
Suppose I'm just saying, for a minute, if he says, okay, let me be in the benches for another 6 months. I mean, 6 months is a long time in modern cricket. But if you can remain skillful and fit and that hunger and appetite in you, then you will come back. You know, when you're playing a long career, 30, 40 years, I mean, his career is only 15 years or something like that.
Yeah, 14 years.
But in any other normal corporate life, if you're talking about 30, 40-year career, you are going to have peaks and lows, all those issues are going to be there. If people don't face it, then you will not reach the due peak that is meant for you.
No, I think see, he handled all his lows much better than many other cricketer. 2014, like he was dropped like within the Australian series, he was at a very low. He even like wrote a book about it, you know. So he came back very, very strong. Like 2021, England tour, he was on the benches for the entire series. Number one spinner in the world, but still he still survived. But I think maybe now if I'm feeling he could like make like some answer to himself. A like for like player.
But I think that is where I still feel he's underestimated him. I'm just saying I really want to see Washington Sundar shine, Jadeja continue to shine. But I think if you have the belief in you, that is where maybe North Indian, West Indian, other people who are more willing to rough it out because they have that belief in them, they back themselves. They'll say, no, I am not going to call it anytime soon.
But America sports I should always retire when people say why, or not when they say when. So I think he retired when people ask me why.
That's okay. That is okay. I understand what you're saying. But years from now, what matters is people are going to remember you for what you've contributed. But if you have the drive, and I think I don't know how many people today can reach what even Ashwin has reached.
No, I don't think so. Not many people can.
So, Adanala, there are only very few people who can climb the Himalayas and climb the peak of Everest. I think he was one of them. It's just that we expect he could have continued. He could have continued. And then if he maintained his fitness and skill, he'll continue to shine. And spin bowling fast bowling fast bowling takes a toll on your body. In spin bowling, you can still keep your fitness and keep it going.
Yeah, he's still going to play, right?
If you ask me personally, I mean, I have seen Ashwin and it was like, totally unexpected. இது எப்படி அவன் பண்ணி இப்படி ரிசைன் பண்ணிட்டான் அப்படி. He could have been a little more patient, assuming he was in the benches even for 6 months.
Yeah.
He still had 2-3 years of good cricket left in him.
He still feels that. He's still going to play for CSK. I'm pretty sure like he's going to play in the county cricket. He's going to play in the TNPL. He's not going to done with cricket anytime soon, but he's just not going to be playing for India. நம்ம சொன்னால இப்போ the top 5 cricketing brains, apart from the brain, one of the most important thing that he had was he was very, very, articulate, right? He could explain every single point about the cricketing aspect of the game, like in a very simple and easy manner for everybody to understand. அதான் நான் பெரிய விஷயம். We had like a lot of great players. நீங்க அவர்கிட்ட போய் எப்படா இப்போ நீ அவுட் பண்ண அப்படின்னா ஹாஸ் டெம்பில் போட்டேன், I just followed the line. இதான் சொல்லுவாங்க. அஸ்வின் கிட்ட அப்படி கிடையாது. It start from the very beginning. அவர் ரைட் ஹேண்ட் இங்க இருந்தது, கால் அங்க இருந்தது, லெஃப்ட் இங்க இருந்தது, இது பண்ண, அதை பார்த்தேன், இதை பார்த்தேன். அதெல்லாம் பெரிய ஒரு அமேசிங் குவாலிட்டி.
He in my mind is a grandmaster in spin bowling.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, you know, Chennai produces lots of grandmasters in chess. He is a grandmaster in bowling, spin bowling particularly. அதனால அவனுடைய brain வந்து, I mean, there are many cricketers who are very skillful and had the flair and had it in them, but they don't have that mind and the ability to articulate it. In fact, I thought at some time Ashwin was captain material.
100%.
You know, somehow it didn't take shape and the time and circumstances were not conducive for him to get to that level. Given his cricketing brain and his competitiveness, I mean, he's extremely competitive. He wants to take wicket every ball. He fights for everything. அந்த மாதிரி பிளேயர் வந்து ஒரு அந்த ஆங்கிள் போயிருந்தா, I thought he could have become a captain sometime, particularly test cricket.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, he was up against like two great players in his career, Dhoni and Virat Kohli. So I think captain rumba kashtamā irukkum. But he's definitely
Indian team captain is always going to be tough because you know, it is the most what you call, to play for India itself is so tough, and to be the captain of India, the circumstances has to be right, your timing has to be right. Because every one of the 11 players can be captain, because otherwise they won't be there. But in terms of cricketing brain, I felt he had that kind of insight and knowledge of the game no other player has. I think his DRS, what you call reviews, are also far better.
Reviews,
I think his famous Mankading is also his brain and instinct. And saying, I'm playing as per rules and allow me to play the game.
இல்லை அதான் நீங்கள் நான் ஒரு டிஎன்பிஎல்ல இப்போ வீடியோ இருக்கு, தி அப்போசிஷன் லைக் வில் டேக் அ ரிவ்யூ அண்ட் தென் தி அம்பையர் வில் சே நாட் அவுட். Ashwin as the bowling captain will take another review against that review. நீ சொன்ன தப்பு மாதிரி பாரு, அந்த அம்பையரே பி கன்ஃபியூஸ்ட், எதுக்கு ரிவ்யூ எடுக்கணும், நீ மறுபடியும் ரிவ்யூ எடு, ஐ நோ இட்ஸ் அவுட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. தட் இஸ் ரியலி ஃபனி though. But he had amazing brain, amazing long career, 37 5-wicket all. It's no joke. It's no joke.
How many man of the matches?
Man of the series. How many
man of the series? I mean, he's a match winner.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just bucket him by saying he's one of the greats in spin bowling. No, he, like Kapil Dev. I think Kapil Dev has been the first match winner for India. He brought that killer instinct and winning instinct to the Indian team. Came from Kapil Dev. Before Kapil Dev, it was just playing is enough and draw was enough. Only Kapil Dev said, no, winning is important. I would think in the current breed of cricketers, Ashwin is one of the greatest.
எனக்கு என்ன ஒரே வருத்தம்னா, he only has like test centuries, Ashwin. He had the talent to go even more, right? He had amazing batting, amazing talent. He had like a very compact game.
I suspect, given his personality, he is not a guy who's going to take shit from anybody. You know, that kind of a person he is.
கண்டிப்பா
அவங்ககிட்ட நீ முட்டாள்தனமும் பேச முடியாது, ஒரு ஏமாத்த முடியாது, இல்ல சும்மா புஷ் பண்ண முடியாது. He is too brilliant for anybody.
Yeah.
chances are that kind of rapport and friendship and thick relationship is very difficult to have.
Yeah.
Because he is going to challenge you. If you're a captain, you're a batsman, you're a bowler, he's going to challenge you. Why not this? Why we could have. When people of that type, usually it creates insecurity in the other person.
Yeah.
So my feeling is the two things that would have not gone in his favor. One, his own pride. நம்மள உட்கார வச்சிட்டாங்களேன்ற அந்த ஃபீலிங் அந்த மைண்டுக்குள்ள இருக்கும். That eats you. And second, um, any captain or any top player will think Ashwin is a great brain, but having that friendship,
Yeah.
that relationship, that rapport will come second.
Anyway, so yeah, amazing career for Ashwin. Thank you for all the great memories. So
Absolutely.
let's
I think
hope
it's Tamil Nadu's. I don't know how many people from Tamil Nadu. There are very few people make it to the cricket team from Tamil Nadu. I think the top three names that come to my mind are Venkatraghavan, Krishnamachari, Srikanth, and
Ashwin. Yeah.
And among the three, I think Ashwin's contribution, even counting time different era, I think his contribution is so globally known. I mean, all the cricketing nations will say, hey,
No.
Ashwin is.
See, it is so well known. Nathan Lyon thinks Ashwin is his coach. That's what he calls him. Ashwin is my coach. He's not even like a contemporary lang. Ashwin is my coach. I watch his video to learn stuff from Ashwin. He's very open about it. Nathan Lyon. அது பெரிய விஷயம். அதான் people think நம்மள விட வெளிநாட்டுக்காரன் வந்து அஸ்வினை ரொம்ப ரேட் பண்றான். நம்ம கூட
நம்ம ஊர்ல நமக்கு
மதிப்பே கிடையாது. இன்னொருத்தவன் சொல்றான் டே இது மாதிரி.
That is the unfortunate truth.
Anyway, Papa, hope like he just continues to play for CSK and then everything.
I hope one day, because CSK, I think under Ruturaj is a very Ruturaj is a fine cricketer, young cricketer. I think he is born for T20 kind of era. But I think Ashwin can be one day the captain of CSK if he maintains his competitiveness.
Maybe, yeah.
If he maintains his competitiveness, if he remains competitive, and that hunger and appetite and the இது இருந்தாதான் T20 விளையாட முடியும். Because T20 is even more demanding, even more brutal.
So like இதெல்லாம் பாத்தீங்களா நீங்க? Did you watch the last two test matches, Adelaide and
I mean, I did manage the highlights, and I didn't watch that part when India saved the follow-on. I watched it live, and I could see the enthusiasm and the happiness in the dressing room, and Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Gautam Gambhir, Ashwin, everybody was jumping in joy. And the way Akash and Bumrah pulled it off was such a relief. I was speaking up. I mean, I was watching alone. I couldn't speak to anybody or share. That why saving a follow-on feels like winning the match மாதிரி ஒரு feeling இருந்தது அப்போ.
So இப்போ ஆன்லைன்ல வந்து people are making fun of Kohli and Gambhir for jumping up and down like when the follow-on was averted, right? So the young generationக்கு இப்போ அது புரிய மாட்டேங்குது. அது you don't understand, என்ன ஜெயிக்க வேலை இதுக்கு போய் கை தட்டுறானே அப்படின்ட்டு. But you don't understand, follow and avoid பண்ண, now they have to bat again, right? So we are saved the test matches, which means like we have saved the series. அது ஆன்லைன்ல இப்ப நிறைய பேருக்கு புரிய மாட்டேங்குது. So sad that people follow cricket. They don't understand the reason why people are jumping up and down. What is the huge thing about like saving a follow-on in this particular test match? Because already நிறைய நாள் போயிடுச்சு, right? Follow and avoid பண்ணாலும் they have to bat again, which means that we can like control test match on our own terms. இது டிராப் பண்ணா நம்ம 1-1 போறோம் மெல்பர்ன் சிட்னில, right? So we have a lot of chances of like winning or even drawing the series. It's so sad. இப்ப இருக்கிற ஜெனரேஷனுக்கு அந்த கான்செப்ட் ஏன் புரிய மாட்டேங்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இப்ப இந்த T20 வந்து இப்ப நிறைய பேர் இப்ப ஜெயிக்கிறத
இல்ல ஏன்னா what do you call this, cricket itself is a unique game. Adile test cricket is very, very
Very,
unique.
very unique. Yeah.
Current generation can't understand என்னப்பா
Understand.
5 நாள்
அஞ்சு நாள்
விளையாடுறீங்க வேற
விளையாடுறாங்க.
வேலை போக்கே கிடையாது உங்களுக்கு 5 நாள் விளையாடியும் கேம் முடியல டிரா ஆயிடுச்சு it is like 100 years old for them. It's not at all contemporary.
Yeah.
But I think that the fact that the last two batsmen, I don't know, scored nearly 30-40 runs.
Yeah, 30-40 runs.
Their partnership to bring that, and they actually went more than the saving another 10-15 runs more than that.
Yeah, more than that.
I think suddenly changed the game. And in fact, I was that day doing something and I suddenly saw Australia was 90 for 7 or 89 for 7 or something. And they set a target of 295 to win. And it still had like 65-70 overs left.
55 overs, yeah. 55 overs.
About nearly 60 overs left in the game. I said it can suddenly turn around. It will be a nice plot. If India played that entire 60 overs, suddenly from losing the match till 90% of the game, and suddenly you turn out to become a winner, would have been a nice outcome. And then I actually moved from, I sit in my study to do most of the work. So about the run, I took my laptop and took my table and went in front of the TV. Then the whole day it rained.
அதுதான் இப்ப கிரிக்கெட்ல அதான ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு இது சூப்பர்ஸ்டிஷன். நான்லாம் அப்படிதான். நான் டிவியில பாக்குறேன், இப்ப இந்தியா விளையாடுறேன்னா ஆண்டி தான் பார்ப்பேன். நான் டிவி ஆஃப் பண்ண மாட்டேன், அப்படியே பாட்டே இருப்பேன் எங்க இருந்தாலும் சரி. அப்படியே லேப்டாப்ல பார்த்தா அது லேப்டாப் தான் ஃபுல்லா பார்ப்பேன். நான் கஷ்டமா தான் இருக்கும், பட் ஸ்டில் பரவாயில்ல, ஃபுல்லா லேப்டாப்லேயே பார்க்கலாம், மாற்றக்கூடாதுன்னு. அந்த லாஸ்ட் அந்த 2021 பார்டர் கவாஸ்கர் ட்ராஃபி இப்போ இந்த பிரிஸ்பேன் அந்த மேட்ச் நான் ஃபுல்லா ஐ ஜஸ்ட் saw my laptop because India was slowly winning. I didn't turn off even though I had TV everything. சவுண்ட் கூட இல்லைன்னு பார்த்தேன். ஏன்னா ஹெட்ஃபோன்ஸ் வந்து வேற எங்கேயும் இருந்தது. என்ன அடுவான்ல கெட் அப் அண்ட் கோ கெட் மை ஹெட்ஃபோன்ஸ் அதில் ஆயிடுமோன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அப்படியே பரவாயில்ல, நோ கமெண்ட்ரி, பார்க்கலாம் போனா போகுது.
Fortunately, I'm not so. I'm not like that because I know, okay, where I sit and where I watch is not going to make an outcome to the game.
அந்த மேட்ச் என்ன, ஆஸ்திரேலியா அந்த மேட்ச் வந்து பெரிய விஷயம் இல்ல. 36 ஆல் அவுட், நோ மோர் கோலி, அஸ்வின் கிடையாது, பும்ரா கிடையாது. திடீர்னு பார்த்தா அதான் இப்ப யார் ஓப்பனிங் போலர்னா நட்ராஜன், சிராஜ் தான் ஓப்பனிங் போலர் இந்த மேட்சுக்கு. We have no clue, no chance. திடீர்னு பார்த்தா we can win அப்படிங்கும்போது ஓகே பார்க்கலாம், நம்மளால முடிஞ்சது ஏதோ நம்மளால
முடிஞ்சது. I remember that match. I think I watched that match and I actually jumped.
Yeah.
When India won a test match in Australia, I was jumping.
So பார்க்கலாம் என்ன இப்போ நெக்ஸ்ட் வீக் இருக்கு. இப்போ இந்த மெல்பர்ன்ல டெஸ்ட். ஸோ தே ஹவ் ட்ராப் மெக்ஸ்வீனி அவங்க ஓப்பனிங். பாவம் அந்த பையன், upcoming talent. I don't know why they dropped him, and they have brought in an under 19 player, a 19-year-old player. பார்க்கலாம். I don't know how he is going to perform. So we never know, we never know what's going to happen. But நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா தெரியல, Bumrah is way ahead of every other bowler on our team right now, which is crazy. So யாராவது ஒருத்தர் வந்து பும்ராக்கு ஒரு கம்பெனி கொடுத்தாங்கன்னா then it will be like amazing turnaround. நமக்கு பேட்டிங்கும் கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமா தான் இருக்கு இப்போ.
I think Bumrah has reached this pink patch, purple patch or pink patch. I think he is really at it. I just hope he continues at this purple patch for a longer period for the good of India.
எனக்கு லாங்கர் கூட வேணாம், எனக்கு அடுத்த 2 மேட்ச் கண்டினியூ பண்ணா போதும். லாங்கர் கூட எனக்கு அடுத்த 2 மேட்ச் கண்டினியூ பண்ணா போதும் எனக்கு, அவ்வளவுதான்.
அடுத்த 2 மேட்ச் ஜெயிச்சாச்சுன்னா I think that will the man of the series should go to Bumrah.
அடுத்த 2 கூட வேணாம், even if you win one like we say the border Gavaskar trophy இல்ல, so அது போதும், அப்படிதான் பார்க்கணும். So பார்க்கலாம். பட் அகைன் they are a very good team too. ஆஸ்திரேலியா பாத்தீங்களா, அந்த எல்லாரும் வந்து ஜெய்ஸ்வால் நாங்க அடிலேல வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பால் விக்கெட் ஸ்டார்க், ரைட்? people are just trashing Stark. அடிலேல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பால் விக்கெட் Mitchell Stark.
But that's the nature of our
game.
Particularly the way we play. I mean, if you see Indians, Sri Lankan, Pakistanis, they all play what you call game by passion and flash. Whereas if you see England, Australia, South Africa, all these teams, New Zealand, they play by method. Meaning there's a particular method or coaching style you've been given, you play by that kind of thing. Whether Jaiswal or Rishabh Pant, and look at Rishabh Pant.
They're going to go.
Circumstance can be anything. He'll still play his game.
இல்ல
So அதனால
நான்
the risk in Indian cricket is always that our game is not designed for play the grammar school of cricket. No, and even Rohit Sharma. Look at the way Rohit Sharma changed the game,
இப்ப
particularly in one day.
இப்ப ஐ திங்க் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் எவ்ரிபடி ஹஸ் சேஞ்ச். நான் சின்ன வயசுல அந்த பாய்காட் ஒரு ஒரு புக் இருக்கு, கிரிக்கெட் புக் ஒன்று, அது நான் படிச்சிருக்கேன், கோச்சிங் மேனுவல். அதில் வந்து அவர் என்ன சொல்றாருன்னா, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எல்லா செஷன்லையும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 30 மினிட்ஸ் நீ டிஃபென்ஸ் ஆடணும், நீ அவுட் ஆகக்கூடாது. லாஸ்ட் 30 மினிட்ஸ் டிஃபென்ஸ் ஆடணும், ஏன்னா வந்து லஞ்சாக இருக்கலாம், டீயாக இருக்கலாம், இல்லை அந்த லாஸ்ட் எண்ட் ஆஃப் த பிளேயாக இருக்கலாம். ஸோ அந்த நடுவில் இருக்கிற அந்த ஒரு 1 ஹவர் தான் நீ ஸ்கோர் பண்ணணும். அதான் அவரோட மென்டாலிட்டி அதான் இருக்கு. ஸோ டிஃபென்சிவ் கேம் தான் இருக்கும். இப்போ அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 30 லாஸ்ட் 30.
Not only that, actually, the truth be told, the difference between Test cricket and one day international. In Test cricket, you don't go for a running, what you call
Scoring shot.
a stroke for getting the runs until you're so sure you can hit the ball.
Yeah.
So அதனால the definition of Test cricket is your number one decision is should you play or leave.
Yeah.
And when you leave it so nicely that it doesn't catch
Yeah.
catch the edge, what you call, and then it doesn't nick the bat kind of thing. A good Test cricket batsman is one who says, I am going to leave this ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Now this ball is coming to the right length and the right height, then I can whack it.
Yeah.
If you can choose which ball to strike, you're the best Test cricketer. But இன்னைக்கு என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா, people like Rishabh Pant, Jaiswal, hey, they're redefining everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they play sometimes the T20 game in Test cricket, and Test cricket fielding is not designed for that.
T20, yeah.
So அதனால
எல்லாரும் ஆடுறாங்க. இப்ப இந்த நிதிஷ்குமார் ரெட்டி கூட சின்ன பையன், ஹீஸ் லிட்டிங் லைக்
Nitish Reddy.
நிதிஷ் ரெட்டி, ஹீஸ்
I
லிட்டிங்
think to some extent I can say KL Rahul plays the old school of cricket.
ஹோல் ஸ்கூல் பயங்கர.
You know,
He's really
proper
proper.
defense, when to hit, when to leave. So I think it's good to have a combination of both. That you don't want everybody, playing like Rishabh Pant. You need somebody holding forth,
Yes.
and then somebody going in for the attack.
Okay, good. Okay, so நம்ம பாப்போம். நம்ம நெக்ஸ்ட் இப்போ இந்த 2 மேட்ச் இருக்கு, பார்க்கலாம். லெட்ஸ் see what they do. So
என்னைக்கு அடுத்த மேட்ச்?
டிசம்பர் 26 பாக்ஸிங் டே.
Oh, that's in Melbourne. Okay.
மெல்பர்ன் அது. ஸோ 26 முடிஞ்சா அது எப்போ 30 முடியுமா அந்த மேட்ச்? மேபி பார்க்கலாம். மேபி 31 இல்லைன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இல்லை செகண்ட் பார்ப்போம். we can do a video. But actually I think செகண்ட் டே கூட நினைக்கிறேன். அந்த சிட்னி மேட்ச் செகண்ட் டே நினைக்கிறேன் நான். அது பார்க்கணும்.
So the last match is in Sydney.
Sydney, yeah. Let's see what happens. Okay, so thank you for this.
Thank you.
So
I think
have a nice Christmas.
you too.
Okay.
And I'll see you in January.
Yeah, sure. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Hello. Thank you for watching my video. Please hit like and subscribe and keep watching. Thank you very much.